Most swimmers hate butterfly, but not because it's a bad stroke or because they're bad swimmers. They just haven't learned the right rhythm yet. Once you fix that timing, butterfly actually feels pretty smooth and fast. So stick around and let me show you how to make fly easy and fun. What's up guys, Coach Matt Z here. I've been coaching swimming for over 15 years, and I currently coach a 500 plus swimmer masters team out in California. I've seen exactly why fly can feel like a nightmare, and as a flyer myself, I've experienced it firsthand. But here's the good news. I've also seen how a few simple tweaks can completely change it. All it takes is understanding the issue and then using the correct tools to fix it. And in this video, I'm gonna do all of that for you. Before we get into it, if you like this content, let me know by tapping that like and subscribe button. And if you need any swimming gear, head over to finiswim.com, use my code CoachMattZ to get 20% off your entire order. So let's start with why most swimmers hate fly. It's not because fly is some evil stroke made to induce pain. It's because they're swimming it wrong. And when you swim fly wrong, you end up fighting the water and making it a lot harder than it needs to be. So let's break down the 3 most common reasons you are struggling with your butterfly. The first reason is because you have incorrect rhythm and timing. I see a lot of swimmers press their chest down when they're pulling. This puts your shoulders deep underwater when it's time to throw your hands around for the recovery. So what ends up happening is your arms drag in the water, essentially pushing you backwards. What we want to do is press our chest down when our hands enter the water out in front of our bodies. When your hands enter, your chest should be at its lowest point and your hips should be at their highest point. As you pull, your chest should rise up and your hips should sink down. Then as you throw your hands around, your chest should press back down again. Now the second reason is bad breath timing. When a swimmer's rhythm is off, it also has a tendency to throw off the breath timing. This happens because when that swimmer presses their chest down on their pull, their head is too low to breathe. They end up breathing when they are throwing their arms around, and this puts you in a position where your arms and your head are all out of the water at the same time, causing your hips to sink super fast. You need to try to breathe as you're pulling so you don't have your arms and your head out of the water at the same time, and you are generating some forward momentum while you're breathing. If you're wondering how you can do that, don't worry, I have some drills coming up that will help you figure out the correct breath timing. Now, the final reason you may be struggling with fly is because you may not have enough shoulder flexibility. Most people who are good at fly have pretty good shoulder flexibility. If your shoulders aren't flexible, it's hard to get into the correct position on the hand entry. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this makes it tough to find the rhythm and swim fly properly, but it's not impossible and there are things that you can do. Now, I'm not a physical therapist and shoulders are intricate, so I don't want to give you a bunch of exercises to do. You should go talk to a professional for that. And if you need some help, go check out my guy, Dr. Brian Cunningham, AKA the Swim Doc. He works with swimmers all over the country, including age group swimmers, college swimmers, and master swimmers. He can take a look at you either virtually or in person and diagnose any shoulder injuries and or give you some exercises to help your swimming. Just let him know that Coach Matt Z sent you. One thing I will recommend you do in the pool is to work on your streamline. A good streamline is a great way to keep your shoulders flexible. And if you're always lazy on your streamline, you're gonna start to lose that shoulder flexibility. So don't get lazy. Squeeze a tight streamline. It will help your swimming. And it's one of the easiest ways to get faster on your swims. Now let's go into the office and take a look at these 3 problems in action. All right, guys, got a video for you here that incorporates bad rhythm and breath timing and even some bad shoulder flexibility. Let's jump right into it. So I'm gonna start it off here. Just watch the timing of the breath and the stroke. You'll see it just looks off. And when I slow it down a little bit, watch what happens when I go to take my breath. Now we wanna try to take the breath as we're pulling, but because I'm pressing my chest down there, look at how far down underwater I am when I should be taking that breath. I'm super low underwater, so there's no way I can get my head out there to actually take the breath. So by the time my head comes up to the surface, it's super late. I've got to breathe when my arms are coming around, and just look at that. When I take that breath, you can see where my head is. My head is up, my arms are out of the water, and just look at how deep my hips are. They're all the way on the bottom of the pool. So I can tell you that when I did this, it was really hard. I was gassed after 125. It's so hard to swim like this because you're just fighting the water. So we want to try to fix the rhythm and the timing of your stroke because it's going to make butterfly so much easier. All right, now that you've seen what bad butterfly looks like and how it's making this actually really cool stroke feel evil and mean, let's break down what it should look like. All right, guys, let's jump into some good butterfly here, okay? So let's start it up. You're going to notice right off the bat, it just looks like it flows so much better. You'll see me way higher up in the water, not going so deep, not fighting the water as much. Again, I can tell you that this was so much easier. It just flows a lot better. So when you find the rhythm and the timing of the fly, you're going to find out that it's actually a lot easier to do that than it is to try to fight the water. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of extra skill. You just got to learn the rhythm. So if you watch here, you'll see breath is happening when my hands are pulling. Now my head is out of the water with my arms there, but my head is actually on its way down. So it is up a little bit, but it's at the end of the pull and the throw. And as you go through the stroke, you'll see my head's going back down there. It's down. My hands inner, my hips pop up. You'll see me just way higher in the water. And then as I pull, my head comes up. I like to breathe on every stroke. My head comes up and it's ready to breathe on the next stroke. Okay, so much easier once you figure out the rhythm and the timing of fly. It just makes everything so much easier and the stroke actually becomes pretty fun. Okay, so now that you've seen both versions of butterfly and you understand why yours is so hard, let's talk about how we can take you from bad to good. And to do that, I've got 3 drills for you. Now, these drills are a little more advanced, so if you struggle with them, I want you to go check out this video on the most important basic butterfly drills to get you started. Once you've got those drills down, you can come back to these ones and be nice. This was one of my first videos. This drill progression is all about finding the correct rhythm and timing so you can stop working so hard and start swimming efficient and fun butterfly. We're going to start it off with a drill I call pulse. With this drill, you're going to have your hands at your sides and you're going to be doing body rolls down the pool. Try to start the motion from your chest and have it work its way down your body and do a light kick at the end. Try not to let your head bob up and down. Don't let yourself turn into a Pez dispenser. When you need to breathe, sneak your head up when your hips are at their lowest point. This is where the breath should take place in the actual stroke. Next, we're going to do a drill I call underwater recovery fly. Maybe you guys could come up with a better name and let me know down in the comments. So with this drill, you're going to be doing your pulse like before, but as you're pulsing, you're going to bring your hands up underneath your body. When your hands are all the way out in front and your hips are up, you're going to pull and breathe. After that, you'll simply repeat that until you get all the way across the pool. This drill is going to help you time the pull and the breath so you can find the perfect rhythm in your fly. Finally, we're going to move into a drill I call hip delay. With hip delay, you're going to start with your pulses again, just like before. The difference on hip delay is you're going to throw your arms around just like regular fly, then pull and breathe. We want to time it so you throw your hands when your hips are at their lowest point, and your hands should enter when your hips are at their highest point. Then you will pull and breathe and get back into those pulses. This drill will take a couple tries before you figure it out, and if you really struggle with it, it's probably because you have some serious issues with your butterfly timing and rhythm.
I messed up.
Keep at it. It will get easier, and it will have a major impact on your fly in a good way. Now, these drills can be a little tough, and they do take some practice and trial and error. And while you're doing them, you're probably going to be thinking to yourself, Coach Matt Z is an idiot. I can't do this. This is way too hard. But you can do it. Take it one drill at a time. Don't feel like you have to do all 3 at once. Get really good at pulse and then move on to underwater recovery. If you work at it and you learn to nail these drills, I can pretty much guarantee your butterfly will get much faster and easier, and you will learn to love swimming fly. All right, guys, there you have it. If you can get comfortable with these drills, your butterfly will stop feeling like a punishment and start actually being kind of fun. If you like this video, help me out by hitting that like and subscribe button and comment down below and let me know how things go and if you have any questions. And if you want more of me, I offer private lessons both virtually and in person. Comment down below or send me an email if you're interested. And if you want more free content, go check out this video on how to instantly improve your freestyle. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you next time.